Shalom, Apostle Tahar, coming back at you once again with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I'm going to entitle this, The Standard. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the scriptures and, break down these scriptures. Starting with the first scripture is Numbers 1:52, because what I did was I did a word search on the word standard, and this can lead me to other words, as banner, banner is one word. Anyway, Numbers 1 verse 52, and the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard throughout their hosts. And this is when we were in the wilderness, when we left out of Mizraim. You call that place Egypt, and that was a Greek name, but the actual name of so-called Egypt is known as the land of Mizraim, Mark to Zion. And he was one of the sons of Ham or Chum. That's where these so-called conscious people refer to when they speak about that they're Kemites. They're really talking about Ham, which is Chum. Anyway, when we left out of so-called Egypt, we were in the wilderness, and that was in between the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba, north of the Red Sea, because the Red Sea splits off into two gulfs. So that's where we were set at for 40 years. So we lived in tents, and there was various camps, just like we're in the wilderness today. And when we go out and speak, we're called a camp, right? Just like you got the other various groups out there that sometimes go out on the highways and the byways. It's not popular anymore. It's not sexy to go out on the highways and the byways, especially when it starts getting cold. Watch how many can't. Well, these guys don't even go out in the summertime. They're doing rap videos. They're doing hip hop videos, rap videos. Now, if the Most High wanted you to do rap videos or hip hop videos with the term Israel and the Most High in the videos, he would have got the best. As Apostle Gabar always says, he says, look, if the Most High wanted us, and that's a very good point that he made. He said if the Most High wanted us to make rap videos, he would have got the best. He would have put the spirit on Jay-Z or whoever's out there among your so-called favorite rappers out there. Kanye West, there's so many I can mention. He would have put the spirit on them, made them come and join the camp and do rap videos. So the Most High is not dealing with that. You're doing that out of your own heart. The Most High, this thing is very simple. Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, and Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, and those are two of my favorite scriptures, where it speaks about how the Most High came to Ezekiel and told him to eat a roll, and then once you eat this roll, digest this roll, it's going to be sweet in your in your mouth and bitter when you digest it. And it says, eat this roll and go out and teach the children of Israel. Very simple. Very simple. All you got to do is two things. You're required to do two things if you claim that you're a man of the Lord. Eat the roll, meaning understand this book. And how do you understand this book? You have to have teachers. And they have to teach you the right way. They have to break the scriptures down to you the right way. I just put a video up. I believe I entitled it, IUIC teaches that there is a hell. Now, if they're talking about an actual hell that when you die you burn in hell, they're way off, man. So that's not a part of the role. The fact that you're going to have Edomites that's going to make it into the kingdom, that's not a part of the role. That's nowhere in the scriptures. So the standard of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, are the men of great millstone. Anyway, I'm going to go to Numbers, the second chapter and the second verse. It says, every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the ensign of their father's house far off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch. So every time we set up a camp and teach, we're setting up a standard. As a matter of fact, let me go to Isaiah. And this thing is simple. This is not difficult. Bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, Isaiah 13. Another example for you to follow, the prophet Isaiah. It says, the burden of Babylon. Now we know there was an ancient Babylon, and there's the daughter of Babylon, modern Babylon, which is America, pursuant to the scriptures. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Mountain in the scriptures referred to government. So the high mountain is America. You have the UN in America, the World Trade Center buildings. Then you have the One World Trade Center, I think it's called, the new building that was put up. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt. So this truth, was started in America, which is Babylon. And then, now it's all over the planet. Through, by way of the unicorn, by way of YouTube. It says, second verse again, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. So now we've been pushing this thing so hard on the highways and the byways, on the sit down shows, that the elites, they're not letting the world know that they know about us, but they're talking about us. And they know the scriptures. They have their own scholars, their own historians, and they'll read the scriptures, then they'll go and confirm. Like, for example, the ark of Noah, as they call it in the scriptures, landed on Mount Ararat. Now, they read it in the scriptures, so what did they do? They sent their archaeologists to go over there to Ararat, Mount Ararat in Turkey, and they have actual evidence that there is an ark embedded into that particular mountain. Then they sent their scholars, their historians, their archaeologists to confirm whether King David existed, whether King Saul existed, whether Elijah, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna read on that. Let me just click on go to the word banner. Okay, the word there is Nas, which means something lifted up, standard, signal pole. And a part of that banner is the 12 tribes sign. Because when you go to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter and the 16th verse, it tells you about bringing all the tribes together. Judah and his companion, and Ephraim or Joseph, which that's the tribe of Ephraim, and their companions, and take ye one stick and take ye another stick and put those sticks together and make it one stick. And the word there in the Hebrew goes back to the word plank. So normally it's like a plank of wood or whatever material you're going to use, and you write down the tribes. And then what we did through the Spirit, that the Spirit gave to Ariah, he broke down the tribes, Judah being the so-called Negroes, and that makes sense. Because they catch the most hell. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the word Ephraim means fruitful. The Puerto Ricans are known for having lots of children. So it says, this is the definition for the word banner, right? Nas, the Hebrew word Nas. Something lifted up, which that's what we're doing. When we do these sit downs, when we go out on the highways and the byways, we set up camps, and basically like the camp on 34th Street, that's basically a part of America, a part of New York. When you go see the Empire State Building, people from around the world say, oh yeah, I watched the videos on YouTube and I want to go see those guys. And we have many people from other countries that came up to us and said, oh, we watch you guys on YouTube. So that's a fixture, 34th, and then you have your other camps around the planet, and people notice us. Okay, I'm going to read the definitions again. It says something lifted up, standard, signal pole, ensign, banner, sign, a sail, standard, signal, standard, ensign, signal. Okay, I'm going to go down. I'm going to read some more definitions. All right, Nas with stuff from the root. From the root nasas, thing lifted up, a token to be seen far off. And that describes us, Great Millstone, to a T. Let me read that again. Something lifted up, a token to be seen far off. A banner such as was set up on high mountains, especially in case of an invasion. And I'm not going to read the rest of it. You can read the rest of it on your own. Matter of fact, let me see. When it showed the people where to assemble. Okay, that's good. And then you have a number of scriptures here. Yeah, okay, I'm going to read this scripture, then I'm going to go back to the word standard. Okay, this is Psalm 60, verse 4. It says, Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. And that's a heavy scripture right there. And that's exactly what we have, the truth. The Most High set us up. He caused us to eat that roll, and we go out there on the highways and the byways. Like I said, we're not making t-shirts. We're not having trips to Disney World. We're not going on cruises. We're not doing rap concerts or comedy shows. We just go out there raw every week, pushing that word. Psalm 60, verse 4 again. It says, Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee. And that's talking about us. That it may be displayed because of the truth. I'm going to remember this scripture. That's going to be one of my favorites, new favorites. Okay, I'm going to go to Isaiah 11, verse 10. It says, And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, and Jesse is the father of David. So that's talking about Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, which shall stand for an ensign of the people, the Israelites. To it shall the Gentiles seek. Now these Gentiles are talking about Israelites. And his rest shall be glorious, which is the kingdom of heaven. And he shall, this is the 12th verse, Isaiah 11 verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. So Israel has been scattered among the various nations, and the Most High is bringing them out from among the nations. Because Israel, the nation of Israel, looks like everybody on the planet Earth, because they mingle their seed among these different nations. It says, and assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So we're literally scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, Isaiah 18 and 3. It says, all ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye, when he lifteth up an ensign, and we are that ensign, starting with great millstone, on the mountains, the different governments. And when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. So when this word is being brought forth to you, you're supposed to listen to it. Matter of fact, let me go click on this. Okay, the next scripture was Isaiah 30 verse 17, but I'm gonna go. I can read that, but I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna just jump to the 20th verse. It says, "And though the Lord or Yahweh give you the bread of adversity, which we're going through right now, and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed." Who are the teachers? The men of great millstone. "Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore," because we're speaking on the corners. All these different camps that were set up, the men that from the various states and the various nations that said, "I'm going to follow these men of great millstone," they set up the camp the same way we set up the camp. "But thine eyes shall see thy teachers." So we were seen by YouTube. So when we put up videos on YouTube, basically we were magnified beyond the corners. 21st verse. "And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying," because your back is to us because you're following Islam, the consciousness community, the Moors, being an atheist, trying to make it in this society, being a Baptist or a Methodist or a Roman Catholic. 21st verse again. "And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way." And that's what we're saying. We're telling you that this is the truth. "Walk ye in it." And the word walk goes back to the word halak or hawalak, which means to go. In other words, follow this way. "When ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left." Now let me go back. Okay, I'm going to get maybe one or two more scriptures. Isaiah 49 verse 22. Now if people come up and say, well, IUIC, they have actual buildings, churches, and they go places and they traveled and they went to Ghana, they just came back from Ghana. Well, if the Most High wanted a camp out there in Ghana, the Spirit would jump on some of them people out there in Ghana and they'd set up a camp. Talking about, oh, there ain't no internet out there, so Nate had to go out there. There ain't no internet. And I'm still waiting for IUIC Venezuela. I'm still waiting for that camp because I'm pretty sure they ain't got no internet. Because if they had a computer, they would have been ate it already. It says Isaiah 49:22. "Thus saith Yahweh the Most High, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles." Now this word Gentile is a stumbling block to you dummies out there. Starting with Dr. James White and Loco Cologne. That word Gentiles are referring to the Israelites that don't know that they're Israelites as of yet. "And set up my standard to the people, Israelites, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders." Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to this other tab. Dealing with the standard, because the word standard you know, when you go through these precepts, it'll also lead you to that word banner. Now I'm in Isaiah 49 verse 22, which I believe I just read that. Let me just double check. Yep, I just read that. So now I'm going to go to Isaiah 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name. Let me read that again. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. We're in the west at this point in time. It tells you that in the book of Baruch, was the 4th and the 5th chapter. I'm not going to go to it. You can read it for yourself. So we're in the west. This word started in the west. Oh, the school that we came up in was known as One West. One West 125th Street. It says 19 verse. Isaiah 59 verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name. Are you hearing this? You zombies at IUIC? Talking about his word is above his name. Yeah, but what's in the word? His name. Bunch of dummies. So shall they fear the name of the, because before you got over here, you so-called white people, you Edomites, before they went over to West Africa and stole you from or made a deal with the different African tribes and the Arabs, they were calling on the name Jesus Christ. So we know that's not the name. How stupid can you be? Isaiah 59:19 again. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, which is the east. Because we're going to go back to the east. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So the Most High is going to fight for us. Isaiah 62 verse 10. Go through the gates. Prepare ye the way of the people. What people? The Israelites. Cast up the highway. Gather out the stones. And casting up the highway, gathering out the stones is debunking these lies. And like I said, when you're in this truth long enough, you know not to get emotional. These jakes that can't get it, you just move on. Just like Abba said, Elder Abba said, if they can't get it, if they can't get this truth, just forget them. And I believe that's on the video that I put up called Abba Speaks. If it's not that one, because I had cassettes when I first came into the truth. Elder Yaikwab gave me cassettes of Abba speaking, and I used to play the cassette and go to sleep listening to Abba, which is Elijah. Anyway, let me read this again. It says, go through the gates. And it speaks in the scriptures about the gates in Amos, the gates of the city. They hateth them that rebuketh at the gate. Prepare ye the way of the people. Cast up the highway. Gather out the stones. Lift up a standard for the people. So what's the standard for the people? This truth that we're giving the people. And it starts with the apostles of GMS on down to the elders and the teachers and the prophets. Because it's not referring to the old teachers of ours, because they're out the picture as of right now. High Priest Ariah, he's out the picture for right now. Shaw, High Priest Shaw is out the picture. Lahab is out the picture. Yeshai is out the picture. Gazak is out the picture. Yashawan is out the picture. Jeremiah 4 verse 6. It says, set up the standard towards Zion. Retire, stay not. For I will bring evil from the north and a great destruction. And that's talking about what the former Soviet Union is going to do to this place. Jeremiah 4 verse 21. It says, how long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? The trumpet is us teaching his word, bringing his word out. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay, Isaiah 62 verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. Now Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem or Yerushalayim a praise in the earth. So, you know, when you read this scripture, it damn sure ain't talking about making music videos or going or setting up cookouts. Anyway, you know what? With that, I'm going to say shalom. And I just gave you a handful of scriptures. You know what? Let me see something. I'm going to go. Let me give you one more. All right, this is Jeremiah 50 verse 2. Declare ye among the nations and publish, and set up a standard, publish, and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, and that's what we've been saying. Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Jeremiah 51 verse 12. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. In other words, don't take winters off. Don't come out at once every 3 months. And Baloo is famous for that. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes, for Yahweh have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Because the Most High is going to destroy this place, and he's going to cause the Russians to do it. Alright, Jeremiah 51 verse 27. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as rough caterpillars. Now that's talking about the destruction, which the most High is going to bring that destruction. He's going to put that thought in the mind of the so-called Russians, Gog and Magog, and the allies of Babylon. They're all going to shoot missiles. They're going to burn her with fire. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.